Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm going to be using this blue, purple, and brown set that I bought for myself. Thanks, me. Let's get things started with our roll for bread. 4, Hawaiian. If you put a piece of bread on the ground in Augusta, Maine, and another one on the ground in Augusta, Western Australia, the world would basically be a sandwich. Next up, let's roll for Maine. 3, meatballs. I can get down on a meatball sub, but this is going to be a little bit more difficult to keep together. You really need that sort of hinged bun for something like this. All right, next up, let's roll for cheese. 2, freeze-dried cheese curds. So these are cheese curds basically given the Dippin' Dots treatment. They are sold as a sort of novelty snack, definitely not intended for use on a sandwich. Imagine you just removed all of the moisture from cheese. So much so they don't even need to be refrigerated, but it gives them a interesting texture. Just kind of stacking them up here on these meatballs wherever I think they won't fall off. All right, next up, let's roll for roughage. 7 shallots and 9 pickled jalapenos. All right, I think shallots are a pretty good roll. Pretty much any onion would have gone great with those meatballs. And on top of that, I got to use this one up. So we'll add our finely diced shallot to our sandwich as best we can and move on to the rest of our roughage. Jalapenos, another good roll here, adding some acid and some spice. That'll be a nice counterpoint for the savory, fatty meatballs. Hopefully we can keep them on the sandwich. All right, next up, let's roll Wild Magic. 16, spruce tip salt. Spruce tips have a very interesting earthy and citrusy flavor supported by the strong aromatics of pine. This infused salt makes a very interesting and flavorful finisher. It's strange, but I don't think it'll be out of place here. All right, and last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 2, black pepper ketchup. You know, we were doing pretty well today up until this point. I have to say I am intrigued by the black pepper portion of this. Be interesting to see if I prefer it over regular ketchup. All right, our sandwich is closed up. Let's get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's go ahead and get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. This is gonna be difficult. A little bit too much sandwich for our meager bread today. This one may have gone over better as one of those chopped sandwiches. But as is, let's go ahead and give it a taste. You know, flavor-wise, even with the ketchup, this is not too bad. The texture of that freeze-dried cheese, though, super weird. Definitely takes away from it. But honestly, I think the ketchup kind of goes with the meatballs. Often you'll have kind of a sweeter sauce on those meatballs anyway. So this is a tough one. 8.9 is what I'm going to say. And I'm going to call it Spaceballs the Sandwich. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again on Friday.